Hey guys, it's me, Detroit Lenny, here with another Power Hour for you guys. We got a hell of a rundown here on these shows, or this particular show, breaking down Ohio State, Penn State, Miami Dolphins, Lions. We're going to talk Tech against NC State. We're going to talk Florida, Georgia. We're going to talk Arizona Cardinals, Minnesota Vikings. Let me see who else. Louisiana, Southern Miss, Notre Dame, Syracuse. Vegas Saints. Man, we got all kinds of stuff to talk about. Before we do, though, I got to tell you guys about No House Advantage. NoHouseAdvantage.com. Basically, what it is, fantasy football players, if you're not into this, I don't know what to tell you. No House Advantage changing the game by offering the most dynamic fantasy sports platform available today. Sign up now. Use the promo code PNP, PANDP, at NoHouseAdvantage.com. Download the app. Use it at any app store. You can get it everywhere. First deposit match up to $50. All you got to do is sign up. So let's get this party started. Let's bring in Craig Trapp, the man, the myth himself. We're going to just run it right out the gate. Ohio State at Penn State. Holy moly. Ohio State minus 16.5, over under 61.5. Before he breaks down this game, I got to tell you guys, new promo for this week in the Power Hour. Use promo code NBA. And that'll save you 25% off the entire site. All you got to do, type in NBA at checkout. Boom, ping, pow, 25% off. All right, Craig Trapp. For us.
Maybe I should have saved this game for Hannah Mears. Her Penn State team looked really good this week. I know she was working sidelines for Big Ten Network last week in that Penn State-Minnesota game. If you're not following Hannah Mears at Twitter, check her out. She had, before footage and after footage, she interviewed all the big players, including James Franklin and company. So nice. Congratulations to Hannah Mears. But Penn State here, good win last week. But let's remember 2 weeks back. At Michigan rushed for 400 plus yards against them. Minnesota, I think we've proven now is not as good as what everybody thought they were. Ohio State favored by 16.5 off that key number of 17. So I think that's big. If you like Ohio State, I think you better get in early on that one because I do think this will go to that key number 17 or 17.5. But Lenny, this is an Ohio State team. Stroud, I think, is up there for the Heisman. He's doing pretty much whatever he wants. Let's remember what he did. A lot of people still remember what he did in the, not everybody watches every game. Let's, not like us.
Let's be honest, right? Yeah.
Stroud at the Rose Bowl last year put himself in the in the Heisman early contention, and he's done nothing to hurt himself on the year. 4-2-1 against the spread, the undefeated Buckeyes, and 6-1 Penn State. They're 4-3 against the spread. But to me, I'm playing the total in this game. I think this is an Ohio State team that scored 40. This is what they've scored. And the Iowa team had only allowed, 49 points in 6 games. They allowed 54. 54, 49, 49, 52, 77, 45. And then the Notre Dame game where they didn't look good was 21. So 40-plus in every game. I don't know how this Penn State keeps them under 40. It's just they can beat you running the ball. Their defense is turning people over now. They get good field position. They have probably the best passing attack in football or top 3 or 4. Give me the over in this game. And it's a little bit of a square play. It's kind of like that UCLA Oregon game last week where you're like, it's 70-something is square play to take the over. Yeah, it easily cashed over. So,
easy.
Yeah. So I think this is a similar over 61.5. I just think Ohio State's offense is just going to put up 40. For Clifford and company to stay with them, they have to score. They're going to have to throw the ball down the field and try to keep up an offense. I think that puts this game easy over 61.5.
I do like the over as well here. I kind of lean Penn State with all those points, so I'm gonna wait to get it up as high as I can.
You're drinking the Kool-Aid.
And then I am a little bit.
The Hannah Mears Kool-Aid.
The Hannah Mears made me some Kool-Aid. I drank it, and I'm on the Penn State train. Okay, that's just what it is. Maybe there was a roofie in there somewhere along the lines, but I'll take it.
Hey, Lenny, you like teasers. You like teasers. This would be a teaser game.
This is
over. And then a 7-point, you'd get 23.5. That would be the only way I would play it, Penn State side.
I like it. Like, subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. Power Hours here Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. Eastern. Now we're going to move into the NFL with possibly the greatest game in the NFL ever scheduled on a Sunday in history. Why this isn't the Thursday night matchup, I don't know. Sunday night, this is a Halloween weekend, though. So weird things happen on Halloween week. Miami at Detroit, -3 for Miami. Over-unders at 50 and a hook. Guys, I got to remind everybody, use this promo code NBA, save you 25% off the entire site. Got to remind you, use that promo code. It save you a ton of money. Just go ahead, tell everybody.
All right, here's what I want to hear from you. What has happened to this offense of Detroit? They were banged up in New England, so I thought there's an excuse. And New England is a tough place to play. New England's good on defense. Then I thought, off the bye week, they're going to have something for Dallas. Now, I know Dallas' defense. They're my fantasy football team, so believe me, I know how good they are. But I thought they're going to be able to at least get me 20 in this one. I don't know what has happened to this offense. The running game has to be better. They have to
I can tell you what happened.
Action. So tell me what happened.
DeAndre Swift is still out.
Yeah.
Even though after the bye week, and that's a big part. Jamal Williams is not DeAndre Swift. And Amon-Ra St. Brown goes out in the first quarter with a concussion. He finally gets healthy after the bye week. We've missed him for the last couple of weeks. And without him, their offensive weapons kind of just immediately shrink. With him, he's all over the field. The sun god is everywhere, but got to match up with him, and he's a weird matchup for defenses. So with him on the field, that defense gets very vanilla. That offense gets very vanilla. And Jared Goff, man, I don't know. Like, we all know he's not good. Like, we all know he's not the long-term quarterback for the Lions in a young offense. So, for me, this game, though, I take the over. Run away from it. And that's probably all I'll get.
If you like the over, I would take – here's where I play this game. If you like Detroit, I'd play Detroit in the over parlay. Mm-hmm. If you like the under, which I do in this game, I think it's Miami in the under as a parlay. My best play is going to be on the Dolphins here. Tua and company – They survived because Kenny Pickett threw that last pick. They should have won that game. They dropped 3 interceptions to Steelers. The Dolphins got lucky. I think this week, Tua's second week back, the concussion issue, not as big as an issue this week that it won't be on his mind. Dolphins, I think, win in Detroit. The struggles in Detroit remain. Hey, at this point,
the struggle in Detroit is real.
They said suck for luck a little while ago. This is the best quarterback draft we've seen in a long time, in my opinion. Coming out, there's going to be 3 or 4 guys. So if you're the top, one of the worst 4 teams, you're going to have a chance at a new quarterback, and that's what this Detroit team needs. So Dolphins -3, though.
Yep, I do. I would, if there was some kind of prop bet that said Tua have a mark on his jersey, I would take no. I believe he comes out of this game clean as a whistle. No.
Hey, it's what happens when your boys
he breaks a sweat.
You're a Michigan State guy. You go get a Michigan guy in the draft in Hutchinson, and now you have to wear the Hutchinson jersey. I saw it last week on the Power Hour. So that's what
called
happens.
Me out on it.
You broke the what's the time form continuum? It's like Back to the Future when Marty saw the old Marty.
I did it all. It's all my fault.
You put that Michigan guy's jersey on it, ruined everything for the Lions. So all right, Dolphins -3.
There you go. Run it. All right, Craig Trepp, that's going to do it for you. I appreciate you on the Power Hour. We will see you probably tomorrow or so on the Power Hour. As always, thanks, sir. All right, guys, we're going to move into some more college football. We still have to go over a lot of games. We still got Vatech and NC State, Florida, Georgia, Louisiana, Southern Miss, Notre Dame, Syracuse, Raiders, Saints, Cardinals, Vikings. We're going to bring up Tim Earl to talk to us about Virginia Tech, North Carolina. That's a Thursday matchup, Tim. I'm excited. We get a little Thursday night action football because I don't know what game is on for NFL on Thursday, but they always suck. So now I'll be able to watch Virginia Tech, NC State. I think this is going to be a damn good game. There's a few games on this weekend that I like prior to Saturday, the Thursday, Friday games. But Virginia Tech at NC State -13.5, over unders at 40. I'm going to remind everybody to use the promo code NBA. That'll save you 25% off the entire website. Run with it. Take that code. Talk to me about this college game, sir.
By the way, we actually get a good Thursday night game for football for NFL. It's Baltimore and Tampa Bay.
I don't believe it.
It's Baltimore and Tampa Bay. But for this one, if you guys didn't know, I actually live about 5 minutes away from the NC State campus. So I hear everything that involves NC State.
Yeah.
And they're in a free fall right now. They lost lost their starting quarterback for the year. So they're on their backup. They don't cover spreads. They're 2-5 against the spread this year. I mean, Virginia Tech is 2-5 as well. They're coming off. They have not covered in 4 straight games. Those against UConn, they couldn't cover against UConn. Granted, it was a 38-point spread, but they couldn't cover against UConn. They lost to Clemson, couldn't cover. Didn't cover against FSU at home, and then just lost outright and scored 3 field goals with their backup quarterback against Syracuse. This is an NC State team that's going to be struggling on offense, and when it comes to it, I don't think they'll score enough to cover the spread against Virginia Tech. I like Virginia Tech plus the points. I even think you could see an outright winner with Virginia Tech in this one. I'm not high on. We were high on NC State coming into the year, but losing their main starting quarterback is going to hurt a lot, especially with this offense. This is a defensive team. This is a very, very defensive team, NC State. So they're going to play hard, and this game looks like an under to me as well. But I do really like Virginia Tech to cover that 13.5 points against NC State. I just don't think NC State can score enough.
So high on NC State at the beginning of the year.
100%.
Such a just gut-wrenching blow to lose your starting quarterback, and there's a gap between QB1 and QB2. And it's not like some teams where it's like, oh, next man up. This is Alabama.
Their guy is
NC State.
Awful.
Yeah, and
granted, they did play against Syracuse, who has a good defense last week.
Yes.
But at the same time, you didn't even get a touchdown. 3 field goals. That's it.
I don't like anything to do with this game at all. Man, this is like I want to watch this game.
I don't even know if I want to watch it.
It's college football on Thursday. I'm gonna watch
I wonder how cheap I can get the tickets. I can go to the game. Anyways.
Yeah, might be giving them out for free with you get an oil change. Just saying. Like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. Power Hours brought to you Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. Eastern. We're going to move on to what I'm hearing is the cocktail Power Bowl, or what, a cocktail game? I don't know. Some kind of weirdness has been going on here with this matchup. It is not in Georgia. Neutral site in Jacksonville, I believe, and Florida Gators, Georgia Bulldogs. So we got some Gator Bulldog action going. Georgia, I'm number 1 team in the country by far. Minus 22, over under 56. Before Tim breaks this game down, don't forget, guys, promo code NBA saves you 25% off the entire site. Take it away, Tim.
I don't know if you could say Georgia's number 1 by a long shot. I still think Ohio State, different O State. Ohio State and Tennessee are very close to Georgia. I don't think there's that big of a gap between those two teams. And yes, Georgia has looked good lately. They've won their last 2 games, a combined 97-10. They played Auburn and Vanderbilt. I'm not worried. I don't care.
Fair.
And then the week before that, they had a struggle win versus Mizzou. Florida's going to come into this one, and it's neutral site. It's in Florida. I think you're going to see a lot more Florida than you will Georgia. I just think that's way too many points for a neutral site. I don't think Georgia blows them out. I think that Florida is able to score a little bit. I think this game will probably be an under, but I like Florida plus the points. I feel like this is just way too big of a spread in order to go after it. I'm going to take Florida in this one. I don't think they win. I think it's a backdoor cover.
It's the largest outdoor cocktail party. That's what they build this as. So,
all right.
Largest outdoor cocktail party is what we're calling it. I'm a little irritated with both schools right now because I don't know about you, Tim. I didn't get an invite. So is it like open?
I don't need an invite.
Is it BYOB? What do I do here? I'm confused. So, I mean, that's fine. I'll bring my own bottle of booze. Where are we going? Like, let's go. Tim's taking the Florida Gators plus all those points. I do think in a rivalry, how do you not take all these points? But Georgia, I think Georgia is a little bit ahead in the gap-wise. Even Tennessee. I would put Tennessee above Ohio State. I do think that. And Michigan is a distant 4. I don't care what their record says because they're about to lose to Michigan State this Saturday. But that's a whole nother video. A whole nother video, folks. Don't forget, like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. Power Hour, Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. Eastern. We are going to move into the NFL, which two teams that I am not high on at all. Arizona Cardinals at the Minnesota Vikings. Vikings minus 3.5, over under 49. Tim, I got to remind everybody real quick, use the promo code NBA, saves you 25% off the entire site. Tim, break this game down for me because I think the Vikings are overachieving a little bit, just a little bit. And the Cardinals, I just think, are not good. They got coaching issues.
I don't know if they're overachieving the Vikings. They're beating who they should because they've been favorites in every single game minus the Philadelphia game. So they've taken care of business. Now they have not been covering spreads. They're 2-4 against the spread. They're coming off their bye week. Previous to that, they won against Miami. They won against Chicago. They won in London against the Saints. They beat your Lions. But they're not covering. The only one they covered was last week against Miami. So I'm not really too high on this. I mean, they're a good team. Don't get me wrong. This Minnesota team is one of the teams where you have a fantasy football starting lineup. But when it comes to it, I am high on Arizona. I will say that. They won last week against New Orleans, and they showed they have an offense. It's amazing what happens when they get their best wide receiver back. DeAndre Hopkins made an immediate impact, had like 9 receptions or 11 receptions, something like that, went off for a bunch of yards. This is an Arizona team that I think is only going to get better. And the fact that this division is wide open, I like Arizona to cover the spread in this one. I think they can at least keep this one close.
If I have a play on this, it's probably towards an over here with two offenses that can get crazy. And it could be a game where defense is optional here. So especially with you got DeAndre Hopkins on one side of the ball, you got Justin Jefferson on the other side of the ball. You got a mobile quarterback with Kyler Murray who can just make stuff happen. So I don't hate Dalvin Cook for Minnesota. I mean, I kind of like the over here, probably even more than I like Arizona plus the 3.5. Arizona very good on the road. So I do like that. It's in a dome, no weather, all that good stuff. Take the Cardinals plus that 3.5 all day. Like, subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. As always, Power Hour is here Monday through Friday. Tim, I appreciate you stopping by. I'm going to kick you on out of here because I got somebody else coming in.
You get it. See you.
Guys, don't forget, we still have to talk. We're going to talk Louisiana at Southern Miss. We're going to talk Notre Dame at Syracuse. And we still got the Raiders and the Aints. All right, we're going to bring in the legend, Sean Higgs.
Hello, Lenny. How are you today?
I'm good. University of Louisiana, Southern Miss. It's a pick'em game. Thursday night action, over under 43.5. Got to remind everybody, use the promo code NBA. Save you 25% off the entire site at picksandparlays.net. Talk to me about this game. I'm excited for Thursday football, college football. It's got to be better than the stuff that's on the NFL. Talk to me about it, though.
Yeah. This is a weird one here. So the Cajuns open up as a little fave, and now it's flipped a little bit to pick 'em kind of game. And I do like Louisiana here. They've won a couple in a row. And I know Southern Miss is playing really good, right? They've won 4 or 5. They're playing as good as they can be playing here. Obviously no Brett Favre quarterback for them this game. He's been out of the system for a bit. But honestly, I know I said ULL here for the show. I might have to go Southern Miss, believe it or not. Here, I know. I was thinking
last minute change.
I might do a change here. Yeah, I mean, Southern Miss in a last second win, right? They scored a touchdown on 50 seconds left, like 50 seconds left. They scored a 53-yard touchdown, pulled out a win. Before that, they 17-7 or something over Arkansas State. And the Cajuns just beat that same team 38-18. It wasn't even close in that game. That game could have been 38-12, except Louisiana fumbled and The other guys ran it in to make it 38-18. And I'm like, you know what? Maybe the Cajuns are just a better team. I don't think so. I'm taking. Let's go. Southern Miss gets the call here. We're going Golden Eagles. I'm taking a home team here on a Thursday night.
Breaking news change. Breaking news.
Breaking
folks.
news. And I said
I had the graphic. Supposed to say that.
I know.
Instead, we're going to roll with this one here as soon as I can get this thing to upload. Instead, we're going. We're going bang,
Golden Eagles. Yeah, I'm switching. And I hate to do that. I was just looking at it as you're going over the other shows. I'm like, you know what? I can't take ULL here. As much as I wanted to, I'm like, you know what? I'm no. We're going Southern Miss. Taking a home team here on a Thursday night.
You know, I kind of like it. If you're going to give me, and I don't want to say it's a pick 'em, but listen, if you're playing at home, you'd normally get like a 3-point. You're -3. And I think now that kind of gives you a little edge at home. I kind of like this Eagle pick. I'm always down for a good Raging Cajun play, but I kind of like this Thursday night college football. Love it, love it. Don't forget, like, subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. Power Hours here Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. Eastern. We're still going to keep it rolling with some college ball here. It's a Saturday matchup. Notre Dame at Syracuse. Syracuse -2.5. Over-under is 46 in this game. Do not forget about the promo code NBA. That will save you 25% off when you're at picksandparlays.net. You're looking for Sean Higgs or any of our other premium handicapper. Put that promo code in at checkout. Save you 25% off. Break it down for me, Mr. Higgs.
Yeah, so I saw Syracuse at 3 basically on opener share. But then I saw somewhere had posted that Notre Dame was a 3-point fave. If Notre Dame opened as a 3-point favorite here, I would have been shocked. Now, Notre Dame's having a bad season, right? You lose to Marshall, Stanford, not looking good, right? Yeah. Marcus Freeman looks a little over his head here as head coach, first year. But Syracuse, as good as they've been, right? They probably should have won last week. A couple questionable things happened there. I mean, we had them here in the chat.
Clemson's very good.
Clemson's a good team. You're getting a nice number there. For me, though, this is just a bad spot for them. If it was a blowout and they weren't in it, it was 37-10, you'd be like, whatever, Syracuse, let's go. You can beat this Notre Dame team. We've seen Notre Dame play down the teams, right? You'd say the way it goes down in that game, I don't know. I think that's like a soul crusher, right? And you've seen teams when they lose that first game and their season goes awry, they lose another one in a row. Well, they got Pitt on deck, right? Syracuse. It's a team that beat them already in the ACC, or last year, I should say. But I think Notre Dame here, and again, you just lost to Stanford, but I look at that. They played BYU on the road. They were a favorite. That game was in Vegas. They beat them by 8. I think BYU is as good. I mean, maybe record-wise it's not there, but talent-wise it's still as good or better than Syracuse. 45-32 at NC. No one gave him a shot. I remember I was like, why the heck is this line 1? Like, I was thinking, let's take North Carolina. I'm like, wait a second. This is way too easy. North Carolina should beat them, right, the way they've been playing. But no, Notre Dame was never in question that game. I think we're going to see kind of the same here. I've seen them win at North Carolina. I've seen them win in Vegas against BYU. I think they're going to win here in Syracuse. I know Syracuse got defense. Tough loss. That's a tough loss to bounce back from. And then you got a desperate team on the other side. And it's the Irish, too. And they'll beat the lesser power schools. They're not competing versus your Clemsons and your top tier teams, but this is a middling Syracuse bunch. They'll match up, and I'm getting points here. Let's go.
I'm torn on this game because I really want to get behind Syracuse, but for everything you just said, makes me not get behind Syracuse.
And the defense is for real, Lenny. I agree. Yeah. And you see Notre Dame, the public, it's Notre Dame. It's a big name brand. It's a name brand school.
Exactly. I'm probably just going to stay off of it because I don't know.
There's a bunch of other games. You don't have to bet everyone, Lenny.
Exactly.
It's okay.
That's
okay.
where
just
I'm at.
say no sometimes. It's all right.
Just say no. Yeah. There's 2 things I learned. I could just say no and crack his whack. That's what Ronald Reagan's wife, Nancy Reagan, taught me back in the 80s. So that's what that's taught me. Don't forget, guys, like, subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. Power Hours, Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. Eastern. All right, we're going to move into the NFL.
All right.
Sunday action.
I know a little bit about NFL.
It's Devil's Night, where I come from. That's what we call it, night before Halloween.
Really?
Night.
We call it Mischief Night.
Night. Also, my dad's birthday, 10:30. You never forget it. Raiders -2 at the New Orleans Saints. Over-unders 48. Guys, Promo code NBA. Save you 25% off the entire site. Picksandparlays.net. Get all this guy's picks because this guy's on fire right now. I mean, like, Burn is fire right now. That's when you should have a llama with flames behind.
a new llama picture coming.
Yeah.
The flaming llama. Yeah. It was a good
fire.
weekend. 9-1 on a Sunday for NFL is not a bad but it's been good all year though, NFL. NFL's been solid all year. 60. Now we're at 67%. But we call the 30th Mischief Night. That's what it was in Jersey.
Mischief Night. Yeah,
Mischief night.
In Detroit, their thing was everybody lit their it wasn't purposely or purposeful. Bunch of hooligans in that city run around lighting garbage cans on fires and alleys and stuff. And the fire department was on point, but that.
No, we were just like kind of like egging cars and toilet paper and crap.
Yeah, for sure.
Soap on windows.
I might have egged a car my day or two. Maybe TP the yard my day or two.
Right?
I mean, that was maybe I don't know. Nothing crazy. Talk to me about this Raiders thing. So
definitely not committing arson. Putting things on fire. Though.
Not even a little bit. There were some TP and eggs. That's where the limit was drawn. Right after that, I'm not completing arson. I'm not admitting to any felony whatsoever on video.
Yeah, so I'm going to look at the over this one here. I think I told you. Hopefully, I told you the over. I don't know if I did or not. Yes, we did.
48.
Over to 48 we go. Here we go. Over the hills we wander we go. So Vegas, as we saw against the Texans, they're going to give up some points. They give up points. The Saints give up points. More importantly, the Saints have been scoring with Andy Dalton back there and even missing their guys. I mean, you look at this. Here we go. 26, 39, 25. They're scoring with nobody playing. All right. And they're giving up points too. 30, 32, 28 points. And here come the Raiders. They'll gladly oblige. They're giving up 24 points a game themselves. Like, here we go. 20, 29, 23, 22, 23. 24. This game has over 52 written all over for me. I'm shocked that it's not at this number. Is this number? Why is this number this low? Do we not? The Raiders have an offense, and I'm not a Raider fan. I know you're a Raider fan.
I'm not a Raider fan.
Well, you're a Vegas fan. You're in Vegas, I should say.
You're in Vegas. I hear about the Raiders.
Yes, yeah. I know you're Detroit. I'm just saying, it's Vegas is your home. You kind of got the inside there. People think this Vegas team's really good, playoff team, blah blah blah. The town is there on offense. They make mistakes. They give up points, right? They jump out to big leads, come on back. How is it? I'm trying to think who's out for them. They got a lot of guys out. Why is this 48? I know the Saints have questionable guys all over the place, right? It's maybe he's playing, maybe who knows. But they've still been putting up their 27 points a game. I think this isn't over. Both teams give up points on defense. Both teams more than capable of scoring on offense as they have lately. Over the total, we go.
I like this. I really thought this would be in at a 50, 51. There would be a 5 at the beginning of this. And 48, I'll take all day.
And that's even, listen, unders haven't cashed it in NFL. They're at like 50, I wrote it down, 59% on the season. So unders have been winning. But this one for me, it's an overplay. And I've been good on my totals. I think I'm something like, 80% of my totals, like 17-4, something along those numbers.
Both coaches here, defense optional every game. And I thought this Saints defense was supposed to be good, and they're giving up 28.5 points a game. And the Raiders, like you said, yes, please. They will. Devontae Adams, they don't have no Darren Waller, which I think has kind of been hurting them a little bit in certain spots, especially red zone areas. But this team can score. And
they've gone over 50 in 4 or 5 games. They've gone over.
Yeah.
4 of the last 5, they've gone over 50 points, the Raiders.
In a dome, I'll take it all day. No weather related, nothing like that.
And the Saints have gone over 50 their last 3 games. What are we doing here with the 48? Again, square. We talk about kind of plays that might be the public kind of everybody on. Well, sometimes I'll be on that side. There's just so many games we get to choose from, but this one here, I'll take the public side. I think with the over.
Absolutely, guys. Don't forget, like, subscribe, ring the bell for notification. Picks and Parlays Power Hour is here Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. Eastern. Till then, I'm Detroit Lightning Picks and Parlays. That is Mr. Sean Higgs, hottest capper on the NFL right now. That's all I got to say. Good luck, guys. Unless you're against me, we'll see you tomorrow.